Hey, good morning. Just wanted to talk about China's Belt Road Initiative and how important it is for them to keep on track with that. And the main reason for this is not that it's going to hurt the United States or destroy the economic format of the world. What it's really going to do is it's going to consolidate all of the nations in the area. When the United States created the railroad system that went from the East Coast to the West Coast, the small towns that were near the railroad most definitely wanted to be part of the railroad. They even bid and fought to get the railroad to come by them. Some towns were actually created just on the railroad, knowing that the transportation process would come to them. As the Belt Road Initiative is being secured right now, we find that many of the people that did not agree with the idea of the Belt Road Initiative are either forced to agree or forced out of the plan. For $1 trillion, the plan is very small in the effort and size that it correlates. Imagine that you can take a road that runs from eastern China, take it all the way through China, down into South Korea, down into Vietnam, Cambodia, down into India, all the way down into Iran, all the way down into Saudi Arabia, up into Russia, all the way through Germany, down into Greece, and then from there break everything off. So it looked like an arterial flow across their country. And as it would be an arterial flow, it would enable for all of those small communities that have their own products and people to thrive. And people will go there. And people will say, well, why don't you build a road to me? Which will enable China to consolidate the idea of freedom. Freedom based on their form of freedom, which is communism. It's a lot different than a lot of other countries, and it will enable them to control the input and output and throughput of the superhighway. Many people will be jealous of this because they feel as if you should have to put tankers on the ocean and push things across the waves. Yet, as you find in the future with maglevs, you'll be able to move stuff at 3 and 4 and 500 miles per hour across the areas underneath those superhighways and tunnel systems. You'll be able to load stuff up that you want, people, cattle, etc., 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 and get them to where they need, which is awesome because certain things need to be moved. And on top of that, if you have the superstructure for it, you can do other things like moving water. And that's going to be vitally important for your people in the future, as you are going to find yourself in some areas to be completely without any water at all. And in some areas, you'll practically be drowning. And having a superhighway system like that you can put a portation system on the outside of it and move water around like the Romans did, will enable you to take water from areas that are having high levels of water come in, filter it through it, and then take it back to other areas. All you have to do is just make it PV ready. Take the superhighway, make it PV ready on the outside, and gather energy off of it. You'll write the whole gosh darn thing off just on photovoltaics. The problem with it is this. The United States has never consolidated its power between Canada and South America and Mexico because the United States is technically a totalitarian state, and its economics are at the forefront of profiteering and consumerism. So the United States could have created a superhighway that went up and through Canada in a great way. There just wasn't an actual need. We only considered ourselves to be important from the East Coast and West Coast. And it will cause a lot of strife because it will disable the United States from saying we are the only ones that can produce this. At this time right now, we see that the whole western coast of the United States, what we call Silicon Valley, is being reproduced around the world. Places like Israel are producing a lot of our technology at a much lower cost with a higher efficiency. And as we find now that GPS coordinates are going to change to a 3-part system, so you no longer have to worry about numbers, you'll just worry about how you put it in, it's going to be so much easier to get to places. Your future's bright. Artificial intelligence is coming along. In 4 years, if you don't try to strangulate it and allow it to grow on its own, it will fully develop and mature. You'll grow very fast. The threats that you see from our country are amazing. The threat to kill 10 million people to ensure peace is not to ensure peace. That's a threat that will kill 10 million people and guarantee that that area is dead. There is no peace in war. You cannot find the existence of life underneath the leaf. The leaf is scrap, and all it can be done is composted. You must pray. The great dragon's doing the right thing. He's reigning in Saudi Arabia and the UAE. He's consolidating his power. The United States, unfortunately, has taken the back step and turned into the aggressor around the world. And it's very sad, because as you can see and watch, our military has fallen to the wayside. Our greatest military members are now using cocaine, selling LSD, and running around in the woods drunk, crashing their vehicles and threatening people. Some are even rending off their clothes and screaming, "Fuck America," while they harm young women. There is a problem with the United States of America. And it's a liberosity of democracy that allows you to purchase the power of the position that you're in, and it doesn't ensure that everybody gets a point of view. So God bless the Belt Road Initiative, and may you do what you do well. And remember, if you really want to help the children learn in your area, bring Tension and Baidu together. Develop a new OS platform through them, and spread it to the whole freaking world. Technology is based on learning, and children enjoy learning through video games. God bless you. I hope you have a great day.